Hi, loves. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Yeah, it's rainy and it's warm. So we're gonna move at the pace that feels good for you today. Okay? Today is our third eye focus practice. And that is really an invitation to be with what feels resonant and feels right for you. So your physical practice and your level of engagement with what I'm offering in this class may wax and wane, right? There may be moments where I'm offering the cues that feel right for you and moments where something very different is calling to you. And I just give you an invitation from the deepest part of me to listen to your own inner wisdom in this practice. And we're going to start with just a brief meditation. So, wherever that feels right. Meditation doesn't mean sitting up, right? You could be lying on your back. You could take any pose that feels good or stretch around a little bit. And if it feels right in this moment, you could let your eyes close. And you could invite yourself in. Just inviting yourself into conversation and settling in to the internal wisdom of your energetic body. And just notice if there is an expectation to immediately make contact with something that might not be so present, especially after a day of work. So give yourself the space and the patience to rest and allow what is ready to meet you to come in its own timing. Breath can be a really sweet way to invite just patience in your system while you await further guidance. Notice if there's impatience, if there's curiosity, if there's space to be resting right where you are. There's no right way to show up for this practice. And let your awareness come to rest at the space between the eyebrows at the third eye center. You could breathe into that place or place a finger there if that helps you to locate it and bring your attention there. You're standing at the edge of a doorway. Your eyes may see the periphery of what's happening around that portal doorway. But this space between the eyebrows guides you to see perhaps what has been hidden or what is craving to be known. And without any judgment or expectation at all, invite that space to open and to see what it is that you see. and affirm what you see by letting it grow. Let the vision expand, fill it with breath. Meet it with curiosity. This vision is a gift, it's an invitation. Ask whatever it is that you see to guide you, to nudge you along, to light your path along this practice. And just notice what answer you receive back. Maybe some subtle affirmation that you are being held and supported and nudged forward in the way that is just right and resonant for you. And you can bring your palms together, thumbs resting at the third eye center. Breathe into this space. Breathe some space across your forearms and upper chest. And we'll direct the power and the vibration of the Om up to this third eye space to awaken and open the vision of what has been hidden and is yearning to be known. Take a deep breath in. Release. Come to child's pose. Let your forehead come down to the earth. If you brought your quartz points with you, you can set them up either right at the front of the mat, or I have them in the 4 cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, extending along the mat. So give yourself the invitation to call on that deeper grid of support. Maybe feel the way that the energy of that quartz point extending forward can be drawn back towards your third eye center. Rock your head a little side to side. Just massage your forehead into the earth. We're just gently waking this space up. And then snake it forward. Let your third eye, let your forehead lead you out and forward to cobra pose. Inhale to lift up. Feel your forehead guide. Exhale, lower. Tap your forehead to the earth. Take your time. Forehead guides you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale, rise up. Good. Exhale, lower down. Stretch back to tabletop. Find hands and knees. Inhale, arch your back. Gaze up towards the sky. Let your forehead lift you. Exhale, round. Tuck your toes. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stretch up and back. Deep Ujjayi breath here. When you're ready, stretch your right leg up and back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bring your knee towards your forehead. Squeeze it in close. And then step your right foot forward between your hands. Drop your back knee to the earth. Inhale to stretch up. Forehead lifts you up. Broaden through the ears. Let your eyes close and see what you see without the external vision. What does the forehead center show you here? Might be that same vision you started with, might be something different. Good. When you're ready, half splits, eyes open or eyes closed, you decide. Good. Rebend your front leg. Tuck your back toes. Launch forward to standing L shape. Hands come out and forward. Lift your left leg behind you. Lift your right hand up to your forehead. Lift your left hand up to your forehead. You're in prayer pose at the forehead. Warrior 3. Good. All the way up to standing. Hug your left knee in towards your chest. And release your foot to the floor. Shake it out. Okay, so the version of sun salutation today is that we're going to reach, and when we come down, we're going to tap. Thumbs to the forehead, thumbs to the lips, thumbs to the heart. Right? So each time as we flow forward, it's going to come through those 3 points, if that feels good for you, okay? When you're ready, inhale, reach up. Exhale, coming down, tap forehead, lips, heart, fold forward. Good. Inhale, step your right foot back, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left foot back, high plank. Deep breath in here. Slow lower, any way you like. Inhale, heart open. Forehead leads. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good. Stretch your left leg up and back into the sky. Step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee to the earth. Sweep your arms up. Maybe the eyes close. When you're ready, half splits. Shift your weight back. Forehead reaches down towards your left shin. Good. Rebend your front knee. Take your time. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Launch forward to standing L shape. Hands can be on a block. Feel your forehead reach out and forward. Left hand to your forehead. Right hand to your forehead. Warrior 3. How is your third eye connected to your right big toe here? Can you feel energy traveling between those 2 points? Good. All the way up to standing. Hug your right knee in. And foot to the floor. Shake it out. When you're ready, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Forehead, lips, heart. Inhale, step your left foot back. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, right foot back. High plank. Broaden through your upper chest. Big inhale. Slow lower. Exhale. Heart open. Breath in. Good. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Sweep your right leg up and back. Step your right foot forward. Warrior 2. Inhale to rise up. Good. Broaden through your fingertips. Reach out through both arms. And feel the opening in the third eye, in the top of the forehead here as you reach wide. Flip your palms. Your forehead leads your gaze up. Feel how the forehead is an extension of all of these energy centers from the root up, breathing space into them so the forehead can breathe open. Good. Half moon when you're ready. Take your time. Right hand reaches out. Forehead reaches forward. Yeah. And again, you're welcome to play with closing the eyes here and see what you see. Is there a color? Is there a texture? Chair pose, left foot meets the right. Good, soften your jaw all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tap forehead, lips, heart. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Chaturanga or downward facing dog. In your own slow timing here. We'll meet back in downward facing dog with a big exhale. Soften your forehead, soften your eyebrows. Left leg up and back. Step your left foot forward. Warrior 2. Again, reach out through the heart line, through both sets of fingertips. Feel your face, feel your jaw, feel your forehead broaden and soften. When you're ready, flip your palms. Forehead guides your gaze up. Big inhale. Exhale, slowly reach. Half moon. Grab your block. Having some support on your left hand helps to reach the third eye out and extend back with your back leg. Right foot meets the left. Chair pose when you're ready. Soften your jaw. All the way up to standing, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Tap the 3 points. Halfway lift, deep breath. Chaturanga or downward facing dog. No more than necessary to find your breath and to tap into your own rhythm. Right leg sweeps up and back. Right shin forward across the top of your mat. Tense your fingers wide on the mat. Inhale, open through your jaw, through your forehead. Exhale, ripple down, tap your third eye to the earth. Take your time, inhale, lift up. Squeeze your knees towards each other a bit. Exhale, ripple forward. You can feel how the third eye is connected to the fluidity of the spine. One more time, lift up. Exhale, surrender forward. This time you can let the arms go, walk the hands out. You can also prop up on your left arm and take a gentle twist, right hand out to the right. Looking over to the right. So just play around with what feels good. And again, you can let your eyes close here and invite your third eye open. No expectation of hearing any messages, right? That's definitely the quickest way to not get any messages. And at the same time, open to receiving. Good. Come back through center. Take your time. Start to walk your hands back in. Tuck your back toes. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Sweep your right leg up and back. Knee to forehead. Squeeze it in again. Step your right foot forward. Skandasana to the back. Left bum cheek to your left heel. Your hands can come to your forehead if it feels good. And then pivot forward for crescent twist. Spiral onto the ball of your back foot. Left elbow outside your right knee. You're welcome to drop your back knee, open your arms, like let it feel good here. Good, high lunge when you're ready, lift up. Exhale, hands down, pyramid pose, straighten your front leg. Little halfway lift, lengthen, and then third eye softens towards the earth, maybe towards your right shin. ahead, slowly bring your back knee down. Lift your arms up. Options here, you can stay right where you are. You can interlace fingers behind your head. We're gonna let the eyes close and breathe into heart and forehead lifting and opening. When your eyes close, you become your own earth, right? Finding steadiness happens from within rather than from external orienting. And you're welcome to open your eyes anytime that doesn't feel right for you. Stretch your arms up when you're ready. Hands to the earth, standing splits as slow as you can. Same thing here, eyes open or eyes closed. When you're ready to release, we'll cross the left ankle back behind the right. So your legs are kind of smushed together here. And we're gonna walk away from the front foot. Grab your block, walk over to the right. Yeah, you're breathing into your left rib cage here. And kind of sticking your tush out a little bit to make some space. Good, come on, back through center. Uncross your feet, walk it out nice and wide for Malasana Yogic Squat. You could snuggle a pillow or a block underneath your tush. Yeah. And take your time here. It is whatever you need it to be. It can be crow pose. You can bring your thumbs to your third eye center and breathe space from deep at your root all the way up to your forehead. You can take a twist. But just notice how the knees and hips opening might make some space for the ears to open, the jaw to open, and the forehead to open. However you like to get to downward facing dog, you can fold forward. You can hop back. Let your third eye lead and we'll land back in downward facing dog. Stretch your left leg up and back into the sky. Left knee to forehead. Step your left foot forehead. Nope, step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee to the earth. Sweep your arms up. Interlace your fingers or keep the arms lifted. Hands can come behind your head. Open through your chest. Good. Stretch your arms up. Big breath in. Exhale. Hands to the earth. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Pyramid pose. Folding. Soft jaw, soft throat here. Good. Take your time in this transition. Rebend your front knee. Your right arm lifts you up to goddess pose at the side. Cactus elbows. Let your forehead and third eye lift up as your tailbone softens towards the earth. Straighten arms, straighten legs, lift. Triangle pose to the back of the mat. Turn your left foot in a little bit. Reach long. Right hand down, left arm up. And then turn your gaze to the side and let your head lean back a little bit so that your forehead and eyes can open. left arm lifts you up. Take your time, goddess pose to the side. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs, lift up. Triangle pose to the front. Find your footing and then lean your head and heart back. Maybe the eyes close. Good, Skandasana to the back, right bum cheek to your right heel. And then forward, crescent twist. Peel up onto the ball of the back foot, right elbow outside your right knee. Inhale up to high lunge. Hands to the earth, standing splits, right toes up. Whenever you feel ready, right ankle snuggles behind the left. Grab your block. Walk your hands over to the left. Back through center, uncross your feet. Halfway lift, deep breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Sit back for chair pose, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Downward facing dog, however you like to get there. Sweep your left leg up and back into the sky. Left shin comes forward across the top of your mat. Fingers tent wide on the mat. Inhale, lift through your heart, lift through your forehead. Exhale, ripple down, tap your third eye to the earth. Or to a pillow in front of you. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, fold forward. Take your time. One more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, melt all the way to the earth. Can come out onto the forearms. If you'd like to twist on this side, you could cross your right forearm over the top of the mat, tent your left fingers, and look to the left. Okay, good. Just scare yourself. Just gently rock your head a little side to side wherever it is to remind your forehead and neck to soften a bit. There's a way that sometimes trying to grasp or grip too tightly to intuitive knowing can kind of make it elusive. So instead, the invitation is to hold lightly, right? To hold a bowl that is big enough and spacious enough to allow you to move in and out of deeper awareness. So if you notice that you wake up one day feeling really clear and the next day having no clarity at all, it's not necessarily a sign that you've stepped backwards, but instead a sign that the ebb and flow of intuitive knowing is moving through you. But if you twisted, slowly start to come back to center. Walk your hands back in. And we're just going to turn to the right. Open the legs wide. Yeah, wiggle around a little bit. You can prop yourself up on a pillow or a block if that feels good. Inhale to lengthen through your third eye, down through your pelvis. And exhale, just gently tilting forward, as much or as little as you need. And if you've got crystals on all sides of your mat, you might sort of line up the crystal on this side with your forehead. Just gently noticing the line between the forehead and the throat and the heart and the belly. Inhale to slowly lift up, or you can stay exactly as you are. You're going to use your hands to help support as you bend your knees and stack your right shin on top of your left for double pigeon. Yeah. Angle your forehead towards your right knee. Take a big breath in, lengthen. And then reach out with your heart and with your throat to fold towards the right. You could come down onto the forearms or one forearm, whatever feels right in your body here. Letting the eyes close. And just really gently notice if any images or any words show up as you soften and rest here. to the left towards the top of your mat. Bring this top foot down on the earth. Press down into your hands and stretch long pyramid legs. Setting up for revolve triangle, you might grab your block under your left hand and reach your right arm up towards the sky. So we curl all the way in and then we extend all the way out. Reaching tailbone and third eye out away from one another. Good. Let the right arm come down. Sweep the left arm up. It's taking you up to goddess pose to the side. Soften here. Just notice the connection between your hips and your forehead and jaw. When you're ready, straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Warrior two to the back of your mat. Flip your palms, exalted warrior, reach up. Half moon onto your left foot. And if you've got a crystal at the back of the mat, you can find your forehead in line with that crystal. If it feels good, you could bend your right knee and reach back for Chapasana. And just notice if you can feel the stretch all the way up to your forehead as you press back through the right shin. Release the bind whenever you're ready. We're coming down to lizard pose, so you can close the leg in, step your foot back. If you want to sweep your left leg up and back, feel free. But your left foot is going to land outside your left hand. Drop your back knee to the earth. Inhale, open through your forehead and heart. And then as you wish, right? Coming down onto the forearms. You could take a bind or a twist. So whether or not you have crystals in each of the cardinal directions, what we're inviting the system to know is that you are deeply supported by clarity and wisdom wherever you go. Right? So that even when we reorient, when things get challenging, when we feel like we're turned around or upside down, that there is a deeper grid of guidance, of sweetness that moves through our internal map and helps us to find home. Some of finding home is allowing our external circumstances to, be what we need them to be. But sometimes they're not, right? And so it can actually be really comforting to have some sense of home that lives outside of the influence of the outside world, by existing deeper on the inside. Good. When you're ready, plant your hands on the earth, tuck your back toes, sweep your left leg up and back into the sky. You can bend your knees, stack your hips. If you want to flip your dog, let it go. Feet come under. Let your forehead lift up and back. All three eyes open wide. Unflip when you're ready, left leg extends. Step your left foot forward, goddess pose. Take your time, right arm lifts you up. Just a softening back into your home base. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Warrior two to the front of your mat. Slowly, exalted warrior, lift up. Half moon onto your right foot. Maybe Chapasana or some other exploration of floating. Go ahead, stretch it out when you're ready. Step your left foot back. You could sweep your right leg up and back, or just walk your right foot out to the right. Lizard pose. Lift your forehead, lift your heart. Take a deep breath in. And then take it where you like. Coming onto your forearms, walking out to the left. Take as much time as you like. When you're ready, we'll sweep the right leg up and back. You could stay right here. You could bend your knee. You could flip your dog. Unflipping whenever you're ready, right leg. And bring your right shin forward across the top of the mat just for a moment. We're just going to roll to the side, opening the legs out wide. Find length through your spine. Open your arms out to the side, and then we're going to curl left arm under, right arm over, side bend to the left. Inhale, find center. Right arm under, left arm over, side bend to the right. Inhale, find center, lift your right arm up, turn to the left, and then reach out and forward for the inside or outside of your left leg. Rise up through center, let your right arm lead, release it, left arm lifts up, turn to the right, and then reach. Extend out from your left hip through your left heel. center. Use your hands to gently rebend your knees, stacking this time left knee on top of right for double pigeon. You can widen your tush a little bit. Heart turns to the left. Take a big breath in. And then you can drape, forehead reaching down towards the earth, towards your right toes. Deep, full breaths, tracking the direction of the breath up from your root, up to the third eye. Linger for as long as feels right in your system. When you feel ready, you can slowly lift up. This top foot, your left foot, is going to reach to the front of the mat as you walk your hands forward. Use your arms to support you as you stretch both legs straight. You're in pyramid pose. Grab your block, pull your left hip back, revolve triangle. First, just with a long spine, and then a gentle spiral. The forehead turns to the left. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Step forward to the top of the mat, right foot meets the left. Separate your feet. Forward fold, you can interlace fingers at your low back or clasp opposite elbows. Take a halfway lift, lengthen, and exhale, fold in. And release your arms, halfway lift, deep breath. Step or hop back. Downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Lift your heels, bend your knees, come down. Sit back on your heels. We're going to interlace fingers at the low back. Inhale, open through your chest, reach your knuckles back towards the earth behind you. And exhale, folding forward for rabbit pose. You're going to round along your forehead all the way up onto the crown. Lift your hands up. And just gently roll back. You're in child's pose. Forehead is on the earth. could stay right here or stand tall for camel pose, letting the third eye be what lifts you up and gently arcs you back, maybe hands behind your head for support. This is less about cracking open the chest for this variation and more about feeling a gentle and spacious lift. Letting this third eye space lift up into the air above it. And also rooting down from your pelvis through your shins. Take your time. When you're ready, sit back on your heels. Gently bow your chin to your chest. When you're ready, we're going to swing the legs around. Come all the way onto your back. If you've got anything to do seated, feel free. If you feel ready, you could lie all the way back. Bend your knees, walk your feet in. Setting up for bridge pose or wheel pose or a supported bridge here. Good. Take your time. Feel, if you're in bridge, feel the back of your head soften to the earth so that your forehead can soften. And coming down to rest whenever it feels right. Let your lower back soften. You could take another bridge or wheel pose, or if you feel ready, moving in the direction of shoulder stand pose. That could be sweeping the legs up, or block under your low back, bolster under your low back, send your legs up towards the sky. Especially if you're in supported shoulder stand, you might be able to let your eyes close. If you're in active shoulder stand, it might feel good to keep the eyes open. And you're welcome to experiment with bending one knee in towards the third eye, towards the forehead. Taking a couple breaths and then switching. Eventually we'll move towards plow pose. With or without the block, you can let your legs tip back behind you. The yin variation of this is snail, where you actually bend your knees around your ears. So you can play around with what feels good here. And then taking as much time as you like, just slowly roll down onto your back. Maybe you're feeling tiptoe fish today or traditional fish. For tiptoe fish, you'll walk your feet in close towards your tush like you're coming into bridge. Lift your tush up and reach your knees forward until you roll up onto the crown of the head. You can bring thumbs to your forehead center here and take some deep full breaths in and out. eventually sliding down onto your back. Take the next minute or two to finish up your movement practice with a twist or a happy baby pose. Something that feels not super effortful and helps you to kind of find your way into stillness. Slow, deep breaths as you're moving here. Coming into some stillness where it feels right for you. It might be with legs up the wall. As you come to rest, you might take the crystal that's been at the north side or the front side of your mat, and you can play around with what feels intuitive. It might feel good to place the crystal in your hand, or it can rest directly on your third eye center with the point facing up. Or it could rest anywhere else in the body that's talking to you. And if you're working with a stone, just notice the temperature of the stone. If you don't have a stone, you can also use your finger and place it on the third eye center and just feel what it's like to have some contact here. Breathing really deep into this sensation of being met. Invite yourself to start really melting and softening into the earth like warm butter here. Starting with the feet. Let the soles of your feet and your heels and ankles relax into the ground. Let your calves soften. Let the back of your knees melt. Relax the back of your thighs, your tush on the earth, your pelvis and your hips. Relax your belly and your lower back. Let your ribs and your kidneys melt towards the earth. Feel the back of your heart soften towards whatever is supporting it here. Let the back of your shoulder blades melt and relax. Let the back of your neck and your throat release and soften. Feel your jaw relax, your chin, your ears, your lips, your tongue, the tip of your nose, your eyeballs, your eyelids, your eyebrows, and your third eye center. Bring your attention to that point between your eyebrows. And you might just tap into a visual of a gently radiating light, a warm glow originating from that space between the eyebrows and extending out in all directions, 360 degrees, forward, back, left, and right. Just notice if you have any resistance come up, any thoughts that meditation won't work for you or you're not filled with divine light. Let yourself acknowledge those things and invite yourself to just notice if there's even the subtlest hint of an energy emanating from that space. And just notice as you settle into this emanating light, the gentle streams of light can extend out. The warmth can soften out into the space around you. Give yourself an invitation to ask the third eye, the space of seeing, to open. Invite the deeper awareness by letting your system know that you're ready to receive any messages from within. Keep letting the body relax and soften, releasing any ideas of what to expect. You can call on any guides, spirit guides, angels, the energy of the earth underneath you or the crystal that you're holding to help you do whatever processes are needed, giving them permission to assist you in tapping into your intuition and wisdom. Notice the golden light, warm, flowing out through the third eye, pure and clear as it expands out above and below and beside you. You've opened up a channel to your deeper wisdom. So if there's a question that you've been holding, even if the question is, what is the question that I'm holding right now? You might allow yourself to get clear on that question or to ask it inside or outside with your voice. Let even the words and the inclination to ask the question be surrounded and filled with the warm light, the sweetness, the soma, the nectar that comes from your inner wisdom here. Just notice if there are any subtle images, words, sensations that come through here as you rest in the light of your own awareness and clarity. Take as much time as you need here. If you're still receiving, feel free to move as slow as you like. Whenever you feel ready, you can just gently invite yourself back to the third eye. Notice the sensation of the crystal or a finger on your forehead to bring you back into your physical body. Notice the weight of your body on the earth, your hands, your legs, your belly. And you can just gently say to yourself, I am here now. I am present. Take the time to roll gently onto one side and to cradle yourself in a hug for a moment. And then coming up to a seat when you feel ready. Just noticing if you can feel the light of your awareness, the light of the inner spirit that you're connecting to, still with a soft glow there at your forehead. And as you rest here, I'll read to you about our card today, which is Bear. And Bear has this shining golden light above him right at his forehead on the card. Bear represents waking from spiritual slumber and beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort is difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of the spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles. But you have no choice, Bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and the journey of your transformation begins. Yeah. So when this energy is in balance, we connect to our inner light and we can access the yearning to grow and to learn. What a perfect card for us today, right? As we just like really gently and sweetly sort of nudge with our bare nose towards intuitive work and listening to messages that come from within. You know, this is like a reminder that when we start to hear messages, we often can get in our own way, right? There can be lots of doubt. And that the invitation here is to know that just because something feels heavy or challenging or hard, that it doesn't necessarily mean we're not doing it right. It just means we might be starting to tap into a new power that we're not so used to yet. And there's an invitation to kind of stay with our trust of our own magic, even when it's not feeling so obvious to us, right? Yeah. It's such an honor to be with you and to practice this slow and mindful turning inward. It occurred to me that today that as we move our way up, in some ways the asanas become less and less important, right? It becomes more and more the journey of getting our yayas out so that we can actually land in our deeper work. And so it's an honor to keep being brave and going deeper with you. Thank you all for your presence and your deepest intuition and love. I'm gonna